Mic check one.
Oh, I think that jazz is up loud.
All
I
right.
want to be up that loud.
Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. Come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams to redo. You know how we do it. It's 8 something.
Oh, dang. That's going to be coming on the mic.
Hey, y'all. Hey. We're just trying to get the sound right. Y'all give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear us okay. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Come on in, come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams to redo. It is Monday. It's 8 something. Y'all know how we do it. Be sure somebody give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Okay, Cecilia, thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, all right. Be sure and like and share, like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right, y'all come on in. Doo-doo-doo.
Appreciate y'all for tapping that through. JP, I appreciate you over there in TikTok line.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. All right, all right. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. We appreciate y'all for coming in. Come on in, join us, and like and share. Like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. Just want to share a few things with y'all today. Mhm. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. So, you ready to go ahead and get started? Okay, so listen. Okay, so this is a public service announcement. I really needed some people to be on here, some people that this may affect uh, the way you do your day to day. Some people, it could be you, your family, your kids, whatever. So, anyway, here's the thing. So, right now, there is an increase in what they're calling CHS. Now, I will have to go and get what the initials actually stand for, but this is CHS is a marijuana illness and is caused by the overstimulation of cannabis. So, the overstimulation of cannabis. So for people who do it on a regular basis, let's say you're daily, this is what they said, overstimulation. Now I don't know what that means, but it said overstimulation. Whatever that means. The over like okay, so you smoking too much, okay? So it's Well, they said overstimulation. I'm saying what they said. So what's going on is there's too much smoking. You're doing too much smoking, and it's causing this CHS, which is the illness related to it. And so, what here's the symptoms. So, if this is you, then okay, here we go. Abdominal pain, the shakes, vomiting, and elevated heart rate. These things, a combination of things, along with dehydration and that, can put you in the hospital. So there was a young lady who recently had this, and she said she did 2 weeks in the hospital. And so this is a what they're saying, an overstimulation, and that's how they said it, overstimulation. Jay is saying over consumption, whatever it is. So this lady says she smokes daily and multiple times a day. So it is caused a CHS. It is a cannabis or marijuana related illness for those who, you smoke regularly, every day, multiple times possibly. And again, those symptoms are abdominal pain, an elevated heart rate, the shakes, and vomiting. So there you go. I just wanted to make sure and give that PSA, public service announcement. So, what are your thoughts? I kind of feel like it's almost you know, are they putting something in here? And I don't want to say that. I don't want to talk against the people who are making money from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're legalizing it, but I'm like, okay, they're legalizing it. So who's gonna get this? Because they're making it legal for everybody to get it and that. And so who's gonna be getting sick from this? The fact that they're legalizing it. Yeah.
I don't think it's any sort of race.
Okay, so you're not gonna put a color on it. You don't think it's the color.
I believe it's
I mean, and it is, but I'm just saying, just the fact that because normally when people think of the whole marijuana thing, they're like, oh, it's natural, it grows from the earth, whatever, right? And so if that's the case, it's growing from the earth, and now it's making us sick, or you all sick, whoever.
Quincy said they was smoking shrimp.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but however, listen. So I don't know what the different levels of weed is or whatever.
Y'all can't hear me on the mic? Somebody put a thumbs up if they can hear me. Or you might have to say, I guess, if my mic not working.
Hmm. Can y'all hear Johnny okay? Somebody give us a thumbs up and let us know you can hear Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
I didn't hear
uh-oh.
nothing either.
No thumbs up. Well, Quincy, can you hear Johnny?
My bad, my bad. I was turned down. I was turned down, my bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Think it's fixed.
Country girl, what's going on? Degenerate. Yeah, what did you miss? They say marijuana makes you sick now. Yeah, that's what the news is saying. That's what they saying. I don't
Hey.
I don't I don't
I mean,
know.
like I said, I know that most people feel like it's a natural. It grows from the earth, and it's only now it's used for some illnesses. People who have like cancer or whatever. Sometimes they are giving a prescription for it, and that for different things. But if you are just a regular, run of the mill user, and you out here, smoking,
So you say
uh,
my brother must be immune. He must be immune to all that.
hey, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm sure there's levels. Well, I know there's levels. what do they call it? Some dirt. What do they call the one that have the too much dirt in it? And anyway, I'm not gonna act like I know because I don't
Shit,
know.
Reggie. That's what
Yeah.
that is.
Okay.
Reggie, Reginald.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I don't think that you would get any kind of symptoms other than bad breath,
Mm.
maybe a headache, and you'll be mad, be angry. Reggie don't do nothing. It don't do nothing. I
Okay.
don't. Most of the time it's dirt weed, which means somebody done grew it in their backyard and trying to sell it off.
Right.
So like the Reggie, I just can't see nobody getting nothing from it. Now maybe from the it's all kind of grades of weed out here now, and it's like it's grown so many different ways.
So I will say this. According to Good Morning America, this is high grade. So some of you might be safe because y'all don't smoke that anyway, right?
High grade,
Yeah.
shit, that's what niggas is trying to smoke.
Just
That's what
saying.
you trying to smoke is a high
I'm
grade.
saying that's what you're trying to smoke. But if you're not, you know what I'm
Quincy
saying?
Quincy say marijuana stopped him from catching COVID. He said he ain't catch COVID during the whole era
Okay. That
smoking weed.
let that be the reason. I mean, I don't know, but so maybe, y'all might be safe. Those of you who doing the Reggie and all that, go ahead and do your Reggie or whatever you
Ain't
do,
nobody smoking
because you
no
might be
Reggie
safe.
around here nowadays.
Well, hey, I'm just saying.
I do know a guy who smoked Reggie, and I actually smoke with him sometimes,
Oh,
and it's like it's a waste of time.
wow.
It's a total waste of time. It's like all I get is bad breath. That's it.
So for the people who did not know that that's what Johnny does, okay, now the cat is out of the bag. So,
Man, boy, I could care so much less. I don't, man. Look,
oh Lord, okay, tell
yes.
the truth, shame the devil
Tell
out
the truth,
here.
shame the devil. I'm going to re up today as soon as the show is over. How
Oh
about
my
that one?
gosh, Lordy.
So the general don't TikTok say, yeah, he said that skunk.
Oh my gosh.
That's I mean, well, and you know
What?
that's it's two different descriptions of skunk because skunk, sometimes when it smell, got that loud smell to it, that's a higher grade of weed.
Okay. And that's called what?
Now
I thought it was called loud.
it is loud.
How do I know so many terms? What is going on right now?
You've been around me too much.
Oh my
You've been
gosh.
around me too much. Cecilia say, I think they'll find any reason to get people on prescription drugs. Farmer thinks they're slick.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or if I say, yeah, he need to re up too. Hit him up when I roll.
Oh my gosh.
You can come over here. If you come over here, we can roll over there after I get through with the show.
Oh my gosh. Lord.
Okay. Oh Lord. Let's say, is that why she's shaking?
What in the
All
world?
right. Okay. You
Vanessa?
playing the games.
See. Okay, well, I'm trying to help somebody. So those of you who are not smoking high grade, whatever, then you might be safe. Um,
Yeah, that's what I said. WC Hart, what's going on? He's in one of my trash talk groups, one of my sports trash talking groups, one of the big time trash talkers over there. But he said, give you a headache too. Yeah, and that's what I said. It'll give you, all what you're gonna have is bad breath, a headache, and an attitude.
oh my. Okay.
The
Well, there you
attitude gonna
have it.
be because you gonna spend your money, or you don't either wasted your money, your time, or both on this weed.
All right. Right.
Yeah, Cecilia said she gonna stick with the edibles.
You know what, Cecilia? Now, let me say this: they did mention edibles as well. I don't know if you're. I don't know. Do edibles come in levels? Are there levels of edibles? Because I don't know, but
That's
they did
levels.
mention edibles as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I mean, it's levels. It's levels of THC and
Oh,
and,
okay,
and all of your products.
okay,
So,
okay. So
um, yeah, degenerate dropping gifts on TikTok. I appreciate them. You say you get mad because of the money spent. Yes, yep. Like I say, this man, the money and the time, you get an attitude because you done wasted money and time.
Quincy, what the heck?
Said Chris can't say because she don't smoke. There's no way.
No, he
There's
said
no-
can't say I don't.
oh, can't say she don't smoke.
Right.
Say there's no way as much as she stay hugged up with Johnny, she got to be hot. I mean, you know, if I walk through the room, she be like, "Yeah, what you done got a hold to?"
Right. Right. I mean, that's it.
So it
He
is.
never let me go that route. I think years ago I might have said, you know what, maybe I should join you, in my whitest voice, and he was like, man, get out of here. So there we go.
Mm,
That was it.
That's double the consumption. Well, we don't need two people consuming. You can be pinching off of mine.
I thought it would bring us closer together,
No,
and
no. Find your own vice.
oh my goodness. So yeah, he said no, and so that was it. That was as much as that conversation went. So, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Max done dropped the YouTube link in there. That's what's up.
okay.
Man, Jennifer said, let me ask you this. Is loud getting louder naturally or is it something else? I think it's something else. I think 20 years ago it was naturally.
Hmm.
Because we used to run across, Dro or, real good grades. And a lot of times it came from the West Coast.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think now we got all this you got this all this engineering going on
Mm-hmm.
and cloning stuff and you
Right.
can they messing with everything now. So yeah, I think it's definitely it's something else. It ain't naturally no more. It's something
Hmm.
else.
Okay.
So they got organic weed. It costs more. Wow. Everything.
Right. Anything organic is probably going to cost more, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't even like the idea of organic weed. They just don't sound right to me.
well, okay.
Yeah, the general say catch a half a buzz and get mad. You right about that? Half a buzz.
My goodness. Well, y'all be careful out there. Those of you who want to, smoke on. So there you go. Okay. So listen, here's the thing. So they say that the only way that we're going to get some gun control is if
Yeah.
black people start exercising your gun rights. So here's the thing, if you are licensed to carry, what they say is carry. If you're licensed to carry, start carrying your gun. I'm just saying, this is what they saying.
You
Start
know my
carrying it
you know
to
my
the
question is who is this thing?
places. Start carrying it to the places that you are legally able to carry them. Open carry those places, right? Walk around with it on your hip or whatever, just wherever you can legally carry it. And once, as black people, as African Americans, we start doing that as, a group, then they're gonna start changing some laws. They're gonna be like, oh, no, no, no. Let's go back and make some changes. Because at the end of the day, they do not want to see black people doing that. They don't want that. So we want to make some gun law changes. Start exercising your rights as African Americans. That's what they say.
Who is they?
They,
The journal saying that's wrong.
huh? I mean,
TikTok, they coming from TikTok. They say they say that's. I mean, but yeah, I don't too much. I'm not on too much on board with that either because shoot, they shoot us for no reason, and
let
oh
alone.
yeah, you run around with a gun on,
So
boy.
do now. So here's the thing. So
And I
my
ain't saying don't keep it on you. Like
right.
like Quincy say, he saying do not promote open carry for black folks. Keep that shit concealed and just keep it on you. And
Mm.
that's my thing. Just keep it on you. That's just to
Mm-hmm.
protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
they ain't gonna change no laws, man. You don't see police shooting us down and going on vacation.
and this is even if they just think you got a gun. And you know what? So this is my thing. So as African Americans, you're exercising your rights to carry open carry like everybody else do with your rifle and your whatever, you know what I'm saying? Open carry because you got your license, right? But here's the fact that if they see you, the police or whatever, see you walking around with your gun out open, do they immediately say, put your gun down? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now they want to pull it on you, talking about they fear for what's the thing they say?
They fear for their life.
Fear for their life. So how is it they can automatically fear for their life? We're not the ones out here going around just shooting up everybody. That's not necessarily us, right? But they only fear for their life.
We shoot up each other though. That's what we do. We don't shoot other people. We don't shoot other races and everybody
Oh,
else.
okay. Well, there you
We
go.
shoot each other.
Just each other. So as black people, we ought to be like, oh, I fear for my life. But
That don't work for us.
right,
That don't work for us.
right.
He said, I mean, exercising the right to protect yourself should not cause some stupid reaction like control. And that's kind of how I feel, but I think I
I
don't.
mean, it's not, but you know what? The others are saying that they think that that's the only way it's going to happen is if Black people start, using or exercising their rights as far as open carry and that kind of thing. That's the
Mm-mm,
only way that the lawmakers
mm-mm,
are going to make
mm-mm,
changes.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
The only way it's gonna make changes is
Mm-hmm.
if changing the gun laws is gonna make more money. That's it's
Mm.
money. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't got nothing to do with black folks carrying guns.
Hmm.
It's none of that.
Okay. So you don't
This
think
guy.
essentially the NRA they have no respect of race.
What
They
you
don't
mean?
care. I mean, I'm saying
It's
the
about money.
NRA, huh?
It's about that's why they have gun laws. Is because what the NRA gets good money, right?
I know. That's what I'm saying. So they don't care. The NRA, they don't care as far as if you black, white, brown, whatever. Carry your gun because that's what we're doing over here.
Yeah. Protect
Uh-huh.
yourself. That's what I mean. The NRA. That's what they're about.
Right. I know.
You
I know.
reserve the right to protect yourself.
Right.
And unless unarming these people is going to give them more money than what they're getting now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the laws are going to change. It ain't got nothing to do with black folks carrying. It don't have nothing
Mm.
to do with that.
Right. Right.
Open carry is a dodgy and scary thing to me. It is. It is quite a scary thing. It is quite a scary thing.
Yeah.
And like you say, NRA is about money. They are politicians that don't hold office in the government, and that's really what it is. And you see the contributions to the NRA and stuff like that.
Right.
It's big money in that.
Yeah.
There's big money in that. You
Indeed.
talking about taking away
Indeed.
the guns? Um, nah, I can't see it. I can't see
Right.
it. It has to mean more money. Gun control, the gun law has to bring more money to the NRA than what they're getting now
Right.
for letting people run rampant with guns.
Right.
And right now, they're
Right.
getting good money for letting people run rampant. And the gun control,
And the crazy thing is it seems like the fact that only us, we're the only ones that it affects negatively, as far as, yeah, as I was being facetious by saying that, but that is what they're saying is yes, that they feel like that's the only way that the gun laws would change. But as a black person, if you're walking around open carry and that kind of thing, it will be a negative effect because
Quincy said, open carry for black folk is like
right.
painting targets on our backs. Police
Hmm.
already pop off 3 seconds out the
Right.
car.
Hmm.
R.I.P.
Hmm.
to Mir. So yeah,
Yeah.
if that's without seeing a gun.
Right. Right. If they think they
Man,
see a gun.
you nudge the wrong way and you got a gun on your
Right.
waist.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's liable to get real ugly out there.
Mhm.
Max, you must be hella behind, bro. You still talking about the weed? You still talking about growing shit over here?
Oh gosh.
WC Hart said, in many cases, if you're black, law enforcement shoot and figure it out later.
Now that's real. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate too. And so I mean, I don't even know what can we do as black people? What do we have a right to do? What are the rights for? Like,
So the NRA is a big
oh my
time
gosh.
political lobbyist. Yes, they
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
huge political lobbyists.
Mm-hmm.
That money circulate. They circulate that money so well amongst each other because it just goes around and around.
Mm-hmm.
Money goes to the politicians. They lobby the politicians, whatever the case, and
Right.
it comes back.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I believe that our Texas governor, that's how he was able to, stay in power because he supports the NRA. Well, should I say they support him because, even after that Uvalde shooting or whatever, then he went to the NRA meeting and was like, "Hey, y'all, everybody okay? We good?" Like,
Yeah. They
so
said, but like my man, I don't know how y'all gun laws out there. WC Hart, I think he's in Ohio. He's up in the
oh, okay.
Pittsburgh
Okay.
area, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia area up there. The general man, all right, man. You have a good evening too. Got my man from TikTok. He said he got the bail,
Okay.
so he dropped off a couple of gifts or whatever. A lot of likes. I
Nice. We
appreciate it.
appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Yes. All right.
We say stand together. We will go further. Do we stand together with our guns on, with our guns showing? Which you know I've been with some factions, even in Fort Worth, where they was doing, the open carry thing like
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it do shake up. It do shake up, folks. It is. They were look like they were scared or surprised or shocked or whatever to see black folks running around with guns on. These boys had the big guns on them.
Wow.
So, and that was Ron Brumfield them.
Oh,
This guy,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
they've come out to several protests, stuff like that.
Right.
Also, just regular. I can't think of a big judge. He know him. He do.
Judge here.
Yeah, he just came on.
Okay.
He comes out to go every day. I can't even think of his name, but he come out there. He always got it. This a big old dude. His gun be about big as him.
Okay.
So it's we get some there's some open carry thing going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. We have to see because to me, yeah, I'm kind of with Quincy on that. It's almost a target. It's
And
almost a
said if we
target.
open carry, we must travel in threes. That's what Quincy said. We got to travel. We got to travel together.
Mm. Commonwealth of
Those who have the
Pennsylvania.
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania gun laws are more strict than most states.
Oh.
And the more you go up north, because they serious about that up there. Like that's the little one got in trouble where up in New York, I think it was up there. Their gun laws is for real.
Mm. Mm.
Like it's a felony. Period.
To open carry.
To carry a gun. It's I don't even know if they got open carry up there.
Yeah.
It's most of these lower these deep south states that got that open carry.
So remember a few years ago, I want to say it was Philandro
Castile.
Castillo. Was he the one that was in the car?
Uh-huh.
Now, what state was that? Because he was in the car and I think he said that he had a gun or he told them he
He
had a
told me,
gun.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't even know if they actually saw it, did they? But then the lady, I think it was a female cop that ended up killing him because he said he had a gun. And so my thing is, I'm wondering first, where did that happen at? And
Minnesota.
oh, it was in Minnesota. Okay, so but it was legal then to have it, right?
I don't know what the laws are out there. I think he was legal. I mean, I think he was
He was legally
licensed and
carrying.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
So, Roger said Chicago.
Yeah, Quincy, he sure did. Plexico got in trouble. He got time and he shot himself in New York.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
wow!
they gonna.
Accidentally?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. He's an NFL football player. Accidentally shot
Oh,
himself in the
I
leg.
remember that. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of jokes came out of that.
yeah.
So gun shows in Pennsylvania allow many to circumnavigate the Commonwealth's gun laws.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. No, Roger, I don't think it was in Chicago, Illinois, my brother.
Yeah.
Don't believe it was in Chicago, Illinois.
Well, it's a shame. I'm just gonna say for those of you who are licensed to carry and that then just be careful out there. So they were saying this is conspiracy theory. Let me put this out there. So they were saying that there will come a point in time where that you will need to be a you know walking around with your gun because it's going to be a lot of things out here as far as they said the people who God, this is so dumb. I almost hate to say it. For the people that did not get the vaccine, that people they will start looking for those of us who are not vaccinated and trying to arrest us. And that will be how we should be protecting ourselves. So hey, it's conspiracy theory. I don't know.
Hold up. Wait a
Yeah,
minute. Wait a minute.
yeah, it's
You
conspiracy. I did
said
say that.
people who don't have a
Who did
vaccine.
not get it? Yes, those who did not get the vaccine, that there will come a time that it will be against the law to be walking around being that person,
Unvaccinated,
non-vaccinated.
it'll be against the law to be non-vaccinated.
Yes. Uh-huh. Hmm.
It's got a long way to go before we get there.
I hope so because at the end of the day, even the people that made the vaccines are some stuff leaking out about that I'm not gonna say
Well,
I ain't
it's
gonna talk
just
against it, but
something has to set a precedent for that because even your mandatory vaccines for kids to go to school or whatever, if they choose not to take that vaccine, they just don't go to that school. But
okay.
it's not against the law. So I feel like to even get to that point,
Hmm.
there would have to be a precedent set as far as vaccines being, in compliance with the law.
Yeah.
I don't think it will start with just COVID.
Right.
I think it would have to start with your basics, your chicken pox, whatever it is, something like that.
Hmm.
And if they start putting laws on that, then I'd be like, okay, maybe they'll try it with COVID. But
Hmm.
right for them to just come out and be like, skip all the basic stuff, skip your flu shots and all that, and just go right to COVID, I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that it is. I hope it's a
That
conspiracy
sounds like a. I mean,
theory. Yeah.
just really think it through. It sounds like a rumor. It
Well,
sounds.
so here's the thing though. They were saying that, COVID is man-made, right?
Yeah.
That's the word, that COVID is man-made.
Yes, maybe
And
it's about
that
50 years old.
huh?
It's about 50 years old.
Okay. And so the guy, what's his name? The one of the richest guy, he probably number 6. What's his name?
Mm.
Bill Gates.
Hmm.
Gates, Bates, whatever. That, he's part of this whole thing about creating a new COVID. I hope that that never happens, but they're saying that it's being, they're creating a new one, and then that the vaccine is not even going to work for that. But hey, I'm just saying.
Who got time to even worry about that?
Right. No, they saying 26.
I don't care who they is. Like I
I'm
don't
just
got no
saying.
time to be
Listen,
listening today.
you know what? Okay, so whoever they are, they just who they are, and that's what it
I
is.
don't got time to be dealing with
So
they, especially
okay.
with something that you talking about something that there's no cure for. It's gonna kill people. So like I'm gonna have to wait for it to get here. I don't. I'm not going for the plan. I'm, you know what I'm saying. I'm not a superhero or nothing like that. So I'm not going to fly to wherever he is and try to circumvent his fortress to get to the secret serum that's in the basement of his mansion or whatever. It's like it's too much. It's too
Hey.
much. I'm just going. You know what? I'm just going to live my life. I don't have time to worry about the stuff that I cannot control. I can't control that right there. I got to move
Ah,
on.
right.
Um, Let's say New York is where bird. Yeah, has some of the strictest laws in the country. Yeah, that's New York. COVID has a patent number. It's definitely man-made. It's man-made. In public schools, birth vaccines are mandatory unless it goes against religious beliefs. There you go.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's mandatory for them to go to that school. It's not mandatory for you to have the shot. Like looking for a precedent set for you have to take this shot or you're gonna get a ticket, or you have to take this shot, or you're gonna go to jail. We're gonna take you to jail or whatever. And it's like, man, jail people they barely housing the regular prisoners, like the murderers and all of them. And then you want to throw those people in jail for a shot? Like, okay, I don't see it.
Okay, so let me throw one more thing on that seemed like it might be real kind of corny, but it's so many conspiracies out there, right? So here's the second part to that. Yeah, they're not going to put them into the county jails or whatever. So what they're saying is, if you notice how they're remodeling all the Walmarts, that those
Hold on. My bad. Oh
what I'm
man.
saying,
So they're gonna put us
listen,
in the Walmart?
that Walmart, they said once they push everything back, that Walmarts are going to be the
The
jail
holding.
places. Yes.
Can I take my
The
credit card?
holdings.
Can I take
I'm just saying. And cause I go in Walmart and I look around. Go in Walmart and look around. It's like, how are they building these things? Look at how they're putting the lanes, or the aisles together, the way they're spacing it. They're saying that once those groceries come off of there, they're made as sales. I'm just saying. So there you go. There you have it.
I can't
There
take
you
it.
have it. So
They're gonna put us in the Walmart. They need to leave the groceries in there and they better let me have my credit card so I can make some purchases.
hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I hope it never gets to that. I really do. But
Let me see. Hart said the Constitution protects us, protects U.S. citizens against forced vaccinations, and that's what I'm saying. Something gonna have to come down. This
see, here's what they're doing with that forced vaccination thing is a lot of these places, a lot of people that work at certain jobs, these jobs are saying, you know what, you don't even get to work here unless you're vaccinated, you know? So that's how they're starting to force stuff on people.
they ain't forcing it.
Because,
You don't have to keep that job. That's your
okay,
fault if you want to stay on the
okay,
plantation.
you don't have to keep that job, but guess what? You may go, leave there, go to another job. I mean, I'm just saying. And then there are places that, saying, hey, you can't even come in here unless you vote. I mean,
What places? They
it's
don't have that. Those places that's unconstitutional. They can't do that. What places tell you can't come in if you're unvaccinated?
I mean,
Now
there'll
during the
be the
pandemic,
federal,
right?
yeah.
During the pandemic, yes.
Hmm.
But once it came down off a pandemic like that, no, they can't tell you if you're unvaccinated that you can't come in here. You might still have some mask stuff going on, but they ain't even to do that in Texas because these. even it ain't even about black folks. It's white
Mm-hmm.
folks who are saying
That don't even care nothing about
right,
no.
who say I have the right to not wear a mask. I mean, they pull the Constitution out of their pocket, so we ain't got to worry about that part. But as far as a job, the job can say they can make you do a whole lot of stuff,
I mean, they can. They
and
do.
vaccination is just part of it.
They do. And that's what they're doing. They saying
I mean, it's
that.
it's a right. Now, WC Hart said private entities can require vaccinations for employment. Texas is a right to work state, which basically means you just walk in and say we don't need you no more. I ain't got to tell you about vaccinations. We don't need you anymore. It's a
Right.
right to work state.
Right.
But
But I mean, okay, so here's the thing. So if I work for a company that now they say, hey, in order to work here, you got to be vaccinated. Now, I'm not. Guess what? I'm not going to do that. So what's my options?
shit, you got to work somewhere else.
Okay,
You
so
ain't going to jail though.
okay, I'm not going to jail, but I'm going home probably,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm going home, and then am I going to be eligible for unemployment? That is my question.
I don't know. You tell me.
Because I mean, do they consider that something that hey, the rule here is this, and so you didn't follow the rule?
Don't you ask they?
Who?
They, whoever they is, your people.
I
That's what
mean,
you
I
give me getting
don't know.
your.
Well, I'm saying the people that's saying that I got to have a vaccination to work. There's a lot of companies like that.
I don't
I'm
know.
just
You
saying.
need to talk to they.
Hey, oh, get fired. Okay, there you go. Right, and so you get fired, but are you eligible now for
Talk to some
unemployment?
employed folks. I'm not even
I
in that.
mean, right? Yeah, we don't know nothing about
I
that.
don't know. I
Yeah,
ain't even know. I'm not involved with it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not involved with it.
because you don't want nobody to tell you what to
I
do.
don't want nobody telling me what I can do with my own
Mm-hmm.
body. That's somebody telling you have to shoot this stuff up into your body in order to
Yeah,
work for them.
true.
Like, and I'm just glad that I'm not tied to a corporate entity or nothing like that to where I would have to shoot this stuff into me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care. It can work. It cannot work. But I still have the right to refuse it. It's the same thing with I can't think his name now. Who's an NBA. They tried to ostracize him because he
Mm-hmm.
ain't want to. I mean, it don't whether it work or not. That's not my question. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to use it. I don't want to
Okay.
put it in my body.
Okay.
So, and I don't think you should be, punished, for that.
Hey, we don't.
But I don't work for a corporate entity either.
Okay, so WC Hart, he's got some good information. He said,
He said, "Yeah, you be entitled to unemployment. I mean, it's loopholes and stuff like that. Vanessa said probably not.
mhm. Well, he said he worked at the
Rip, what's going on with you, Rip? Kyrie Irving, that's it.
oh, okay.
Kyrie Irving. It's now
So
he won his situation because he didn't get vaccinated
oh, he
and
did
he
not, but
came
he
back to
still
the NBA.
play.
Yeah, he
Okay.
still play,
Okay.
and that's the thing. I don't know. You just reserve the right to stand up for yourself, and that's one
Right.
thing that when you go into certain societies or whatever,
What
you
what's the religion that says it's against my religion? What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
okay. All
But
righty.
whatever that religion is, if I was trying to keep my job,
Then I would be that. Huh.
eh, I mean, I know people. If you can go to the doctor, I know people who go to doctors, whatever, special doctors, and get them off work, get them
Right.
FMLA.
Right.
Hell, ain't nothing. That'd be my religion. If it's Muslim or whatever, I bring me a Quran.
A kufi, wear a kufi.
I mean, I bring the Quran, their Bible. They got
Oh,
their Bible. I bring one of them and have it at my desk while, while I'm at work. Sure
I
would.
guess so.
It's about
I
the
guess
loophole.
so.
All about the loopholes.
Right. Indeed. Indeed. All right. So listen. Um. So there was. I don't know if anybody saw this. This really kind of disgusted me, but so the police, and I want to say this was probably the West Coast, East Coast, I'm sorry. So the police raided the wrong house. Now that's not very uncommon, right? They do that. They go to the wrong address, and so they raided the wrong address. um and now, so they went in, guns a blazing, right? So it was women, two women in the house. They grabbed the woman that they thought was, the suspect that they're looking for, grabbed her by the neck, and they're choking her. And she's like, "What is this? What is this?" So they're pushing her, they're fighting this lady. And then, so, after all is said, they went on about 15 minutes. After all is said and done, one of the other cops that was outside came in. He said, Say, man, we at the wrong house. Okay. And what they said was that it was, we had the wrong address, but the color of her hair was what made them think they had the right person. So not only the color of her skin, but the color of her hair, they thought they had the right person. Now, what kind of discrimination is going? Now you saying it's my hair color that will make you think that you got the right person, and the whole time you have the wrong person. Well, the police just was like, my I bad. Now they're going to look for the right address. Now, what should happen here?
What you mean?
I mean, how can you be protected against something like that? See, they opened the door. They knocked on the door. Somebody
What
opened the
hair? Was it
door.
red hair, some blue
It
hair,
was. It was.
what,
Yes.
some colored hair, green
The
hair,
lady
whatever?
had red hair. Right. But I'm just saying. So you go to the door, right? Somebody knock on the door.
I need to change your hair color.
Now listen, who telling me?
Yeah.
Anyway, goodbye. So you go in, you open the door, right? Now, boom, the police kick the door in, boom, or whatever. And now they wrestling you to the ground. What is it that is going to keep something like that from happening? Like, you ain't even said what you're here for, first of all, right? But because they feel like this is where they're supposed to be and they're looking for a suspect, and then there is no protection. What do you do in that situation? Now, what if somebody in the background pulled out a gun?
W.C. Hart said that's a civil lawsuit.
Okay, civil. But in meanwhile, this lady then got choked, pushed, and everything else, strangled while she, oh, to the ground. And what keeps something from that what is it?
What you
What
mean?
are
What
our
keep it from happening?
protections? I mean, yes, it's a civil lawsuit. That's after the fact. What can I do in the meantime to prevent this from happening?
I mean, is it happening a lot?
Mistaken identity is that keeps happening. Or should I say them going to the wrong address?
Well, get the right
That keeps
lawyer.
happening.
Get the right lawyer
No, that's
and get the
after the
civil
fact.
lawsuit. I mean, they are what are they? Law enforcement entities or whatever. They get to do that stuff. They got the
See. So you saying just because they are law enforcement, they
yeah.
get to do
That's why they shoot you, right?
because they're law enforcement.
Yeah.
What can we do to prevent this? What that doesn't make it right.
So, man, you better get in their pockets. If they don't kill you, that's a good old civil lawsuit.
You said
If they don't kill you, what?
that
If you
is
live from
not
it, if you don't live from it, then your kids. I hope if they, like if they get you, then shoes, you better hope your kids go after it and get your money and, you know. But ain't a whole lot. I mean, they're law enforcement.
so in other words, what you're saying is there is, as an African American or whatever the case may be,
You can
it's
shoot.
nothing you can do.
You can shoot back.
Really.
Yeah.
And then what?
I
Now we got
don't
a shootout.
know. Hey, better hope you win.
That just no, that is
I mean, if you
dumb.
win the shootout and it was the wrong person, then hey, you should be able to get off. Shouldn't be that bad. I don't know. I don't worry about these situations like this, man.
We need to know, how do we protect ourselves?
Like you
Okay,
say,
the
lawyer up.
guy, the guy that his girlfriend got killed when the police came in to the wrong address, right? His girlfriend got killed. Remember, he pulled out a gun. Then he ended up going to jail until they figured out that, hey, okay, we was at the wrong address. What was his name? Her name was
Christina said,
um
get rid of the police altogether.
okay.
Or I say, I'll start doing what Johnny said, shoot back. And I mean, that's what happened in the '60s and the '70s. That's where Black Panthers came from. It was like we shooting back.
I don't know that Breonna Taylor, yes. Breonna Taylor, you know how they walked in, they shooting. Then her boyfriend, he's shooting, trying to shoot back because he didn't know it was even police.
I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. He got to protect his home.
Okay, it didn't work because she got killed
He
and he went
alive?
to jail.
Well, is he out now?
He out now.
Oh, okay. Did he keep the charges? They drop the charges, anything like that?
What
We ain't
is
find
what's
all that.
the fix? Is what I'm saying. What like that? Okay, we talking about
You
after
know
the
what?
fact
You
stuff.
know what the fix is. You know what the fix is.
Is what?
It's getting money.
Huh?
It's getting money. Black folks, we don't even have enough money to lobby people. We don't have enough money to make those kind of moves. Like we don't have. We when you talking about spending the kind of money that we spend on clothes and things like that, we got to spend money on power. We got to spend money in our organizations. We got to spend money amongst each other. We got to empower each other instead of empowering somebody else, instead of sending billions of dollars to fashion designers and things like that. We got entities, but we're too busy tearing them down. The NAACP should be one of our strongest entities. But we have problems with even in Fort Worth, in my city, we got problems with some of the people that are in power at the NAACP.
Mhm.
But that's what's keeping us from having power. We don't have any organizations to represent us.
Okay.
We don't have no money moving nowhere around. Like when you talk about Fort Worth, Fort Worth is ran by the Basses, with the Basses and the Moncriefs. Big
Mhm.
time money.
Right.
They got real estate in downtown Fort Worth.
Mhm.
We need
Mhm.
those things. We need real estate
Well,
because
first of all, I'm gonna say this: just like breadwinners, Marcus Jackson said that we got to stand together, right? Okay, so we already know that's the problem. But here's the thing, and you know why it's a problem? Because we have these situations where there's organizations out there, like the Black Lives Matter situation, where ended up they saying the money was going to somebody spending money on a house or something, or you know what I'm saying, like using the money personally.
say, man,
So that right there causes distrust,
you got
and then there we have
you
it.
got to figure it out.
Mhm.
You know what? What's the entity? Was it Goodwill? What was one of those charity organizations? It was big time. It was a big thing about money.
The United Way
So
situation.
yeah, being
Yeah.
spent.
Right.
The United Way still around.
I mean, indeed.
That's the
Indeed.
difference between. And I'm not. I hate to try to compare cultures and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
But you know, we got to keep some of our entities. We can't tear them all down. You can find something wrong with any of them,
Right. Yeah.
and that's the same thing. Even when you talk about politics, something's wrong with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
these people find somebody to back and put their money and power behind,
Right.
regardless of the issue. That's how Trump got into
Right.
office.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's like we can't all do it ourselves.
I
Bird
agree.
said it. Bird said it himself. He was like, we got to do it together. We
Yeah.
got to be together.
Right.
Our
Right.
money,
For
we gotta
sure.
we gotta do some collective financing. I can't even think of the words that I usually use for that, but we have to have we got to put our money together.
Right. Right.
And
We
once
do.
we do that,
See, but here's the thing, just like Christina said, the black people get power hungry, and that negates the power because somebody's gonna be, it's gonna be a distrust somewhere. It's like what y'all doing with the money. You know what I'm saying? Like once that happens, then it's hard to, what I'm saying, build that back up.
Christina said, she also said, white people do not divide. And I think it's just a lot of other cultures. They ain't about white people. It's Jewish. So many other cultures do not, divide
Right.
collectively.
Right.
And we do. That's just the bottom line. We don't
Hmm.
have a lot of organizations. We don't have a lot of powerful organizations, nationwide, worldwide. It's a tough situation.
It is. It is. And that's what I'm saying. What like right, no other culture does that. Like, WC Hart said there's power in numbers. It is. But where can we do that? It seems like, we'll get some, build it up, build it up, build it up, and then something to happen, and then it's like, forget that. Right? Because now people don't want to trust the whole Black Lives Matter situation. So, you know, where do we go from there? That kind of thing happens, and it's always about, well, somebody took the money and then they blast them, they put them on blast. Like you said, the United Way had a money situation. Guess what they still doing? Building, still getting money, still collecting. Every time when it's time for the United Way or the giving,
That was a small hiccup.
yes, the giving season, then guess who get the most money? The United Way, always. That's just one charity, but they still get the biggest portion of money.
See, man.
Hmm.
Maybe.
They went through a scandal and still came out
Well,
on top.
black folks, we have to find an entity, we have to find an organization to back, to be a part of, and you know, and you gotta. It's more than just coming to meetings. Like I said, it's money. It takes money
I
because
mean, I get
it
it.
takes money to move politicians. It takes money to lobby politicians. That's why the NRA,
Hmm. Hmm.
regardless of what they got going on,
Hmm.
they're gonna always be around
Right.
because they got people who donate, gun owners who donate to the NRA so that the
Right.
NRA can
Right.
pay the politicians. And I know a lot of people don't want to go through that whole thing or whatever, but that's America. It's capitalism. You're gonna have to lobby somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're
Hmm.
gonna have to drop a suitcase of money on somebody in order to move them.
Right.
I know you would want to do the power to the people, all that good stuff like that. And it's wonderful to hear, wonderful to see, great on the news, all that good stuff. But it take money. And that's
Yeah.
just the bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say even at the state level, even shoot in the county, the city, I mean, all of that. Because even our mayoral race and, the police are the ones who give money to you know what I'm saying, donate the money or whatever. Because I mean, I know that that's always a big scandal. If the police have given some money, that's a problem. It's a problem. Like we ain't trying to see it. We don't want no parts of it. Well,
The
that's
other
how it
side
is.
to that is, okay, you do have politicians. We got city council people who don't take the police money,
Okay.
don't take money from other entities, whatever the case.
Right.
But we don't contribute to them.
Hmm.
You can go through the contributor list. I ran through Chris Nettles. I ran through some of the city council people
Right.
that are not taking money from the
Okay.
police. I don't know. You almost can't get mad at them for taking money from the police, because if you want to have the money, if you want to have money to create change
Right.
in these neighborhoods,
Right.
they ain't like they paying city council a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
So a lot of these political contributions go towards things that happen after you get elected.
Right.
And when you just going off the money that we paying to
Yeah. Yeah.
these people getting, I'm talking about, like, I ain't see no black city councilman in Fort Worth get more than like five, maybe $10,000, whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mayor, North Side, West Side over there, man, them people's getting five figures,
Right.
$100,000. We ain't
Right.
talking about no simple five. One donor will give, the whole entire thing that I saw of Chris Nettles was like $5,000.
Wow.
One
That's
donor.
probably
That's one
50
donor.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I guess here's my thing. So, where's the money going that's being donated?
I mean, that
Some
goes towards
advertisement or something?
no, it goes towards advertisement. I'm sure it goes towards building your community.
Mm.
It,
Mhm.
it goes towards contracts for things
Okay.
that go on in the community.
Mhm.
But once again, you're able to circulate that.
Right.
When
Right.
it comes down to Chris wanting to have something for himself, he
Right.
gonna have to continue to fundraise. If he wants to have something after the election,
Right.
if he wants to have a neighborhood event, something like that,
Yeah.
he got to continue to fundraise.
Right.
Okay, these other people over here, they got enough money to fundraise the whole term.
Right.
They
Yeah.
ain't gotta ask for no more money after that.
Right. We good over here. Yeah. Go ahead and read the comments because we don't want people to think we don't see them.
Max say, oh, no, he's on police officers. He said police officers need to be mentally evaluated at least once a month. Yeah, I believe that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Christina said we'll find a $20 million grant, and instead of telling 5 or 10 people or 10 other NPOs or black businesses we gatekeep. And now one black organization got $1 million, and 19 other white ones got the rest. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I see some money, I'm gonna try to help somebody else get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I ain't finna lie to you. The game is to be sold, not to be told. So if I got the lick on a grant and they just giving away money, guess what? I want my finder's fee when you get your money. I sure do. I sure do.
Hey.
If
Okay.
I'm getting 10 G's, if I got a $10,000 grant, and I can tell you how to get a $10,000 grant, and I ask for 1,000 off of you, you walk away with $9,000 that you ain't have yesterday.
This is true.
And that's the same thing with me. If somebody told me, "Hey, I can show you how to get 10 G's,
Right.
give me $1,000 when you get it," nigga.
Okay.
If I got it before it hit my bank account, I might give it to you right then, so I can have the whole 10 G's to myself. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Right.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Right.
But you got some people who would try to keep it for themselves, try to not tell the next person or whatever the case.
Right. Right.
Man, I want us all to eat.
No gatekeeping over here. That's it.
Up, yo, Christine. I knew I would have one. She said that's the issue though. Why? I need that 10 for my organization, just like you do. You need the 9 too, right?
Hmm.
You need the 9, you need the 8, you need the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3. It's other organizations. As a matter of fact, it's other organizations that hit you for 20%, 25%, and you'll pay it to them. You'll pay it to them. It's people that have grant lists,
Mm-hmm.
and they want you to
Mm-hmm.
pay a certain
Mm-hmm.
amount of money, thousands of
Mm-hmm.
dollars for that grant
Mm-hmm.
list. If
Yeah.
you give me that grant list, I'm gonna pay for that grant list.
Yeah.
It costs money to get money.
Mm-hmm.
It take money to get money.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not my money, but it's my resource. And that's the thing. It's my resource. For me to give you that resource, I want a piece of it. It's capitalism. We live in a capitalist society, and I'm gonna live in this capitalist society. And shoot, you ain't gonna want to do it, and you might get mad at me, but guess what? Your cousin will. Somebody will take it the same way that I took it. I don't, like I say, I don't have no problem giving away a little money to get some money.
Oh,
What's that?
let me see. We appreciate that.
No, it don't hurt black people. It might hurt you, and it might hurt somebody else who didn't come in on that deal. But guess what? It's people over here who will take that deal. It didn't hurt nobody but you. But there's another black person over here that I'm gonna help with that. They just became $9,000 richer. White people do it all the time. They do it all the time. It's called consulting. They do it all the time. Matter of fact, they charge for you to ask. They charge for you to call. You might not even get nothing. So to say that they don't do it, oh yeah, they do it. They do it. They the masters of it. So to say it only hurt white black people, it don't even hurt black people. It don't hurt white people either. Like I say, they do it all the time. That's how they. But their money is circulate. That's how they circulate their money. That's how other cultures circulate their money. And nobody gonna get mad about that because they take money to make money. And they say they don't be consulting. They shoot. If I got a resource, that's all the consultant you need. They say niggas don't be consulting. I'm a nigga. And I'm gonna consult you right on through to get that bread. When you get that bread, break me off. You just became $9,000 richer. And you say that's not how other cultures do it at all. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I've seen it done. So it's like, and once again, that's how that money circulates. That's how you circulate that money. I'm not I'm not even worried about how much money another person's in. If I'm getting some bread, I'm not even really worried about how another person, if they gave me that information, I ain't even worried about them hitting me over the top of the head for that little 10%. That's nothing for the 90 that I'm gonna get that I ain't have yesterday. But I understand. I get it. So if I get a lick on the grant, I know who not to call.
Oh gosh. All right. So W.C. Hart said that it was imperative that any corporation, major conglomerate, and even smaller business entities have a proper checks and balances. Of course, we know that needs to happen. Um, he also said he's gonna get back to you about that grant.
Man.
Ernest Jones, how you doing? Let's see. Said the city said reach back and pay it forward.
And I think that's doing it. That's all in the same.
Source and networks. Mm-hmm.
To me, that's all in the same sentence. When you talk about reach back and pay it forward, if I reach back and throw you back 9 G's, shoot, you wouldn't take it.
Oh, Lord. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. All right. All right. So listen now. Let's go here. I'm gonna throw something that happened right here in Texas in Grand Prairie. So and this is sad to say because I know we have been here. Um so I don't know if y'all heard about the Cheddars over in Grand Prairie. I think it's off of Cheddars. What is it? What street is that off of? Off of 20. Anyway, so the Cheddars in Grand Prairie. So someone was there, a customer yesterday, just yesterday, went there, had whatever. And now we like Cheddars generally, right? But they had, and this was so awful. They had baby roaches crawling on their food, like literally still moving. And I'm trying to figure out how does that happen? Don't what if you once it gets warm, won't they die? No, crawling. And that was gross.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty gross.
Cheddar's, Grand Prairie, that was awful. That was gross. Just letting y'all know, anybody that if y'all out there, whatever, uh
So
yeah,
they ain't
you
get
might want
shut
to
down
check.
or nothing like that.
I mean, this just happened this weekend. So yeah. Uh,
It's just across social media and nobody found nothing.
Now the lady said that they did take off some money off her bill.
Okay. Take no money off my bill. Matter of fact, ain't no. I'm not paying the bill. No, there ain't no taking some money off. Take this whole. Take the food. Give me my full refund back. I like. Give me no percentage.
So
No
they did give her a
bugs in my
discount.
food. Give a discount,
Yeah.
nigga.
Right.
I'm not paying for nothing. I'm not paying for nothing that came to this table at all. See, you say, oh hell no, that's for
Right.
real, nigga. The
Right.
man, oh hell no, I ain't man. Look, paying for none of
Okay.
this.
Yeah, that was gross. It was gross even looking at that. Man, that was horrible. So yeah, just FYI, that's what they doing over there. That's what they doing. So if you in the area, then you know what.
Yeah, they need to put some bleach down or something.
Yeah, some ain't right. Some ain't right. So anyway, now okay, y'all. Here's something that was is I think it's going viral right now. So this man, man and lady, they're getting married, right? So the man is on his phone.
We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what
That is in the
it was.
2000s.
I will not give you up this
Now,
time. Darling, just
what is this? I
kiss
mean, like, what?
me slow.
Is
Your
it a line?
heart is all I own,
Where we draw the
and
line?
in your
I mean,
eyes, you're
I feel like, okay, was he on
home.
social media and he was trying to see, like, what the pictures look like, or, what was so important that you had to do that right then?
Uh, I don't know.
I
I don't know.
mean,
Maybe he a day trader or something.
what in the world? But this is when you got to do that. Yes, you say yes. Nah,
Hey, man.
So you can't even take time. You're getting married. You can't pause, sir.
He
Like
say maybe they've been together 15 years already.
what?
That's what that's what EJ said.
No, no. I don't. There is no. It is not one excuse why that man couldn't have kept his phone in his pocket until he got to the car, or you know what I'm saying, in the back somewhere, whatever. Why are you on whatever you on right now? I mean, come on.
So he said, give him back.
Okay. So now there has to be a line. Where is the line? Let's put a line in the sand here, cause that's out of order.
No, Max said, I don't know what he was on. I don't
Okay.
know. I hey, mm, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even have my phone on me
Right. Exactly. First of all,
at the while I'm walking down the aisle. Like it'd be back in the room or something. Because I don't want it to ring.
yes. Right.
I don't want the preacher to be, I don't want us to be going through our vows and then it
Right. If
ring or
that ain't
whatever.
Jesus, then you need to turn that phone off. I mean, what?
Say
That's too
man,
much.
like
And
he
I know
said,
that people, and he was probably on social media,
like he
right?
said, getting married in 2023. That's what getting married is like in 2023.
Is what he doing selfies or
I
something?
don't know. He on social media. He on his
I bet he
phone.
on social media.
I
I bet he
mean,
is.
I'm not gonna speculate.
Okay, so whatever, we don't know him, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day,
Ain't nothing. I mean, there's nothing really important enough. I don't care if it's
right,
social media.
right,
I don't. I don't. It don't matter really who.
right,
At this point in time, it can wait.
right.
But it's his prerogative, man. And if they still together right now, that's on them. Hey,
So here's my thing. Now, is there a reason? Is there a very, very, very good reason why you would be on your phone during your wedding? Like,
depends
what
on.
could be the very good reason?
It depends on who your wife is.
Hmm.
Depends on who your fiance is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But let's say he was looking for a bank deposit, and probably so. Shoot,
Oh,
that wedding it didn't look cheap.
okay. All right.
But I mean, like I said, it depends on who your wife is.
Hmm.
You know, of course, with you, it ain't gonna fly. But with him, he might have a good enough reason. As long as she accept that reason, it's a good enough reason. When you say what's a good enough reason,
Mm-hmm.
that's relative. That's relative to who your wife, who your spouse is, or who your fiance is.
Right.
If your fiance take whatever, and obviously, she gonna take whatever he said. Hey, this happened, whatever, and she said okay.
Mm.
So it's all up to your spouse. There is no cut and dry reason across the board
Right.
for why you should be on the phone.
Right.
But it's up to what your fiance said.
Right.
If the fiance says that's all right, then that's all right. Bottom, that's just what it is.
I mean, clearly, clearly.
Said the city lease said none. Ain't no reason for it. EJ said to walk down the aisle is a It's a
Wait a
waste.
minute. Wait a minute.
Max say money. Money is on the line. Like stocks and bonds. It could have been, hey, could have been following a day stock or some day trade or something. I don't know. Said he's a doctor and he's about to go into surgery. Maybe he giving out directions
Wow.
to the wedding. Look here, man. We got some fellows dropping
Wow.
in. We
Oh
got some
my
dropping in
gosh.
some good ones.
Wow.
See, he a doctor. Now he ain't supposed to be on call on his wedding.
Okay.
He need to talk to his superiors and be like, hey, I'm not answering the phone during this wedding part.
Oh my
But
gosh.
hey, so he could be giving out directions. Maybe his homeboy got lost. I don't know. And he like, hey, I'm dropping my location to you right now.
What is no? Okay. Okay. So I did think of just one thing that could possibly be, he might have been hanging up because maybe he have, a relative that was like maybe, somebody's in the hospital or something and they were on like they wanted to see it, like a mom or, a grandparent or
So why
something.
somebody in the audience can't hold the phone
I
in?
mean, right. Yeah. So it wasn't a very good reason. I just said that was
Even
the only thing
even
I
I
could think
mean,
of.
even if they call me on my phone, I
Hmm.
should be able to hand it to somebody out
Yeah,
there. Be like,
and they
hey,
could. Yeah, here,
get this
here.
for me, ma.
Right, right. True, true, true,
So
true.
no, I can't. I don't know
Yeah,
of
not that
one.
one. Not that one. Okay, that's all I had. That's all I had. So yeah, he's out of order, big time. But I mean, that just go to show you what it is we're doing. I feel like he was either on TikTok or something like wanted to, like what they, what I'm saying, walking down the aisle, like, hey y'all, this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's what I feel.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. So at the end of the day, if anybody out there you're about to get married, renew your vows or whatever you're doing, leave your phone back in the back somewhere or give it to your best person, okay? Because yeah, that's out of order. And it's gonna look bad on your videos. And so what's gonna happen is in a couple of years, y'all gonna be looking back at that video, be like, why did you have to do that? Why that's gonna cause an argument. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
So
Well, all right. We done did our Sharan over there on TikTok. What's going on? Which I know you think I'm supposed to be going live. I know it's probably looking for a mix or something.
oh, okay.
We over here talking.
Like, what is really happening right now?
Talk about the Crown Act. What is the Crown Act?
Ah, yes. So the Crown Act is now there's basically no discrimination with your hairstyles. And that was a plus for us as Black people. So the Crown Act will allow you to, wear your dreads or your braids or whatever the case may be.
And it's Texas, huh?
Yes. Hmm.
Abbott signed it over.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, did he sign it over? I know that it
Mm.
passed the Senate. And so I'm not even sure what
Say
Abbott
Texas
is saying.
Crown Act formally signed by Abbott in a ceremony.
Okay. Okay.
So you can wear your cornrows now.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed. So that's a good thing. That's a positive thing for, Blacks. I mean, look, they wouldn't give us nothing else. I'm please believe because I was watching some of that stuff. Um, I mean, I guess there was maybe one or two other
Does it
things,
have to
but
be your natural hair? Like, can they
so
still discriminate against red if it's in a red mohawk? Or can they still discriminate against that?
I mean, I didn't see anything in regards to that type of thing.
Uh,
But it's just supposed to be, whatever is on my crown. This is my crown, right? So I should be good. But
discriminating based on hair texture and styles associated with race. Hairstyles such as braids, dreadlocks, twists, or even natural curls are not protected under this law.
yeah, you right about that, Clyde McGee. But at the end of the day, the thing is I'm gonna tell you something. I want to run.
You say we need to
I,
start
I
making laws
want
for
to
them.
run for Senate because for the Senate or the legislature because here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this: these people out here that's supposed to be representing us, they represent us out here on the streets when it's time to vote, right? That's all they do. They be talking some big stuff, be talking all good and whatever. When they get in that Senate on the floor and um in their offices or whatever, when it's time to vote, they don't vote for nothing. I'm tired of all of them, and I want to call some out, some local representative that we got here. But you know what? I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm like this. If I ain't running, then okay. But what I am gonna do is next time when it's time to vote, all them representatives I'm going to these elections when they come out here and be talking about, hey, this is what I'm gonna do for y'all. I'm going because I got some questions. Because right now, y'all ain't doing jack. And I'm saying black, white, blue, whatever color you are, you ain't doing nothing for those of us who care about stuff. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me pull it back. Let me pull it
Yeah.
back.
Oh, look.
Sorry.
All right, Q. Yeah.
What?
We're gonna see y'all next week. She went on a whole
I got problems with these legislators. I do. Yes. If I didn't have some shelters in my closet, I would be running for the legislature. That's all I'm saying.
oh Lord. Okay. Well,
Okay.
we appreciate y'all for kicking it with us for this
I'm sorry.
for this little bit of time.
So anyway, yeah. I'm passionate about that. So
She said, well, call them out, mama. You got a cheerleader.
listen. Whew. Okay. All right.
You good? You feel better? All
Hey,
right.
I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you for joining us today.
Yeah. What is
So
the same jazz time, same
yes.
jazz channel? Yeah.
Next Monday, we'll see y'all. Same jazz time.
Same jazz channel.
All right, y'all. Be blessed.